Have you ever looked at someone successful and thought, how did they get there? Was it luck? Was it talent? Or was it something much simpler? Here's a surprising truth: every successful person you admire has one thing in common. They didn't become successful because of one big opportunity. They became successful because of thousands of small decisions that nobody noticed. Now let me ask you a question: if you could go back 5 years and change just one decision, would your life be different today? Take a moment to think about it. Maybe you would have learned a new skill. Maybe you would have started that business. Maybe you would have taken better care of your health. Or, maybe you would simply have believed in yourself. The truth is, our lives are shaped far more by our daily choices than by dramatic moments. One decision today can completely change where you are 1 year from now. Today I'm going to share 6 powerful lessons that have transformed the lives of countless successful people. Lesson 1: Every small decision creates your future. Imagine 2 friends, Alex and Daniel, both graduate from college on the same day. Both are intelligent. Both have similar dreams. Alex spends 1 hour every evening learning a new skill. Daniel spends 1 hour scrolling through social media. Nothing changes in 1 week. Nothing changes in 1 month, but after 5 years. Alex has become skilled, confident, and successful. Daniel wonders why life seems unfair. The truth is that success didn't happen overnight, it happened because of thousands of small decisions. Failure also happens the same way, not because of one mistake, but because of many small choices repeated every day. Skipping today's workout. Ignoring today's opportunity. Saying, "I'll start tomorrow." Tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. Eventually, years disappear. Before making your next decision, ask yourself, will my future self thank me for this choice? That single question can change your life. What is one decision you're going to make today that your future self will thank you for? Write your answer in the comments. Lesson 2: The silent mistake that destroys dreams before they even begin. Imagine waking up exactly 5 years from today. You open your eyes, you walk to the mirror. The person looking back at you is either living the life you once dreamed about or living with the painful question, what if I had started? That difference is created by one invisible habit, not laziness. Not lack of intelligence. Not bad luck, it's called waiting. Waiting until you have enough money. Waiting until you feel confident, waiting until you know everything. Waiting until the timing is perfect. But here's the truth: the perfect moment is a beautiful lie, it never arrives. Many years ago, a young sailor wanted to cross the ocean. Every morning he walked to the beach. He watched the waves. He checked the wind, then he shook his head, not today. The waves are too high. The weather isn't perfect. I'll leave tomorrow. Tomorrow became next week. Next week became next month, months became years. One day, an old fisherman asked him, "Why haven't you sailed?" The young man replied, "I'm waiting for the perfect weather." The old fisherman smiled, "My son, I've spent 50 years on this ocean. I've never seen a perfect day. The greatest sailors don't wait for perfect weather, they learn how to sail through imperfect storms." Life works exactly the same way. The biggest lie we tell ourselves: I'll start next Monday. I'll exercise after this month. I'll save money next year. I'll start my YouTube channel when I get a better camera. I'll learn English when I have more free time. Every time we delay, our dreams quietly move further away. Why we keep waiting? Procrastination isn't laziness, it's usually fear, fear of failure, fear of criticism, fear of rejection. If you never start, you never fail, but you also never succeed. The success nobody sees. Every successful person has faced rejection, mistakes, embarrassment, and setbacks. People only notice the success. They never see the thousands of invisible steps that created it. A lesson from nature: a bamboo tree spends years growing roots before it suddenly shoots upward. People call it overnight success. But the growth was happening all along. Your dreams work the same way. Every small action builds unseen roots. The 5-minute rule: don't promise yourself 5 hours, promise yourself 5 minutes, read 1 page. Write 1 paragraph, exercise for 5 minutes, starting is the hardest part. Your challenge: before this day ends, start something, send the email. Write the first sentence, record your first video, open the book, start before you're ready. The biggest tragedy isn't failure, it's reaching the end of your life knowing you never gave your dreams a real chance. In the next lesson you'll discover why your environment silently shapes your future every single day. Lesson 3: your environment is quietly shaping your future. Have you ever wondered why some people seem to grow every year while others stay exactly where they are? The answer is often not talent or intelligence. It's their environment. Imagine planting 2 identical seeds. One is planted in rich, healthy soil with sunlight and water. The other is planted in dry, rocky ground. Months later, the first plant grows tall and strong, while the second struggles to survive. The seed wasn't the problem. The environment made the difference. Your life works the same way: the people you spend time with, the books you read, the videos you watch, the conversations you have, the habits you repeat. They are all creating your future. Successful people intentionally build an environment that supports their goals. If your friends encourage you to learn, grow, and improve, you'll naturally become a better version of yourself. But if your environment is filled with negativity, excuses, and distractions, reaching your goals becomes much harder. There is a famous saying: you become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Think about that for a moment. Are the people around you inspiring you, or are they pulling you away from your dreams? This doesn't mean you stop caring about others. It simply means you become intentional about who influences your thinking. The same applies to your digital environment: every video you watch, every social media account you follow, every article you read either builds your future or steals your time. Ask yourself, if someone watched everything I watch for the next year, would they become the person I want to become? If the answer is no, it's time to make a change. Here are 3 simple actions you can take today. 1. Spend more time with people who inspire you. 2. Replace 1 hour of scrolling with 1 hour of learning. 3. Create a daily routine that supports your goals. Small environmental changes create massive life changes over time. Challenge: today, remove 1 negative influence from your life and replace it with 1 positive habit. Comment challenge: right below, I choose a better environment. Remember, you don't become successful by accident. You become successful by consistently placing yourself in environments where success can grow. Next lesson, in Lesson 4, we'll discover why failure is not the opposite of success, but one of its greatest teachers. Lesson 4, failure is not the opposite of success, it's the price of success. What would you do if you knew you couldn't fail? Would you start a business? Learn a new skill? Chase your dream? Most people aren't stopped by a lack of talent or opportunity. They're stopped by the fear of failure. A child learning to walk falls again and again, yet never thinks, walking isn't for me. Adults often quit after one rejection, one mistake, or one criticism. The truth is simple: failure is part of learning. Every successful person has experienced rejection, setbacks, and disappointment. Thomas Edison famously said, "I didn't fail. I found thousands of ways that didn't work." Successful people treat failure as feedback, not defeat. Imagine yourself 20 years from now: which would hurt more, "I tried and failed," or "I never tried"? Failure is temporary. Regret can last a lifetime. From today, stop asking, "What if I fail?" Instead ask, "What will I learn?" Today's challenge: do one thing today that scares you in a positive way. Apply for that opportunity. Start your project. Record your first video. Learn something new. Comment below, "Failure is my teacher." Next lesson: discover why consistency is more powerful than motivation and how tiny, daily actions create extraordinary results. Lesson 5: Consistency beats motivation every single time. Have you ever felt highly motivated on a Monday, only to lose all enthusiasm by Friday? That's because motivation is an emotion. It comes and goes. Successful people don't rely on motivation. They rely on consistency. Imagine an ice cube sitting in a room. The temperature slowly rises from 25 degrees Fahrenheit to 31 degrees Fahrenheit. Nothing seems to happen. Then it reaches 32 degrees Fahrenheit, and suddenly the ice begins to melt. Did the change happen only at 32 degrees Fahrenheit? No. Every degree before that mattered. Your habits work exactly the same way. Every workout, every page you read, every skill you practice, every kind decision, every small improvement, they may seem invisible today, but they are creating a breakthrough you can't yet see. The Chinese bamboo tree is another powerful example. For years it shows almost no visible growth while its roots grow deep underground. Then, in a short period, it shoots up dramatically. People admire the sudden success. They rarely appreciate the years of unseen preparation, so don't quit because results are slow. Stay consistent. Today's challenge: choose one positive habit and commit to it for the next 30 days. Don't aim for perfection. Aim for consistency. Comment challenge: I stay consistent. Next lesson: the final lesson will reveal the single decision that shapes the rest of your life. Lesson 6: the decision you make today creates your tomorrow. Imagine meeting yourself 20 years from now. The future version of you asks only one question: did you become the person you were capable of becoming? That question has no easy answer. Your future isn't decided by luck, it's created by the choices you make every day. Choose courage over comfort. Choose discipline over excuses. Choose growth over fear. You don't need to change your entire life overnight. You only need to make one better decision today than you made yesterday. Years from now, people may call your success overnight. But you'll know the truth: it was built through thousands of quiet decisions that no one ever saw. Final message: 1 year from today, you'll either be grateful that you started today, or you'll wish you had. The decision is yours. If you're committed to becoming a better version of yourself, comment, "I choose growth." Share this video with someone who needs encouragement today. Subscribe and join this journey of becoming 1% better every single day. Thank you for watching, and remember, your future begins with the decision you make today.